Is there any place you can recommend people who want to come to Japan in the future?
My family member, he lives in Meguro.
There's so many Japanese words, I'm struggling to remember them all. Shokodo, it's like a local cafe.
Not as good.
Is that no good?
No, nowhere near as good as Japan.
Oh, is that much better in Japan?
It's much better in Japan. Yeah.
I see.
I think everyone who comes to Japan needs to see Fuji.
Hey guys, it's Yudai from Japan. Today, I got an interview to foreigners people about the places where people should visit in Japan. In this video, you will find interesting places in Japan that you may not know yet. At end of this video, I will let you know my recommendation places in Japan. So keep watching until the end. And if you find my channel is interesting, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay. Are you being in Japan as a tourist or living in Japan?
I'm here as a tourist.
So how long have you been in Japan so far?
I think we've been here just under 2 weeks. We've got one more week left.
So you're gonna miss Japan?
I think so. I like how efficient everything is, and I love walkable cities. Like we're in Tokyo, we're in Osaka, and here, just walk around everywhere. It's really fun.
I see. You said you've been to the Osaka and the Tokyo and here Kyoto. You go to different prefecture in Japan before?
I kind of just went, what are the top places we can go? And these are the ones, and we're also going to Kanazawa. But yeah, I would like to go to more places, but we only had so much time, unfortunately, because I would have loved to go up to Sapporo and stuff.
Okay. So is it your first time to visit Japan, or you've come to Japan a few times in your life?
This is my first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't speak a lick of Japanese. I'm just enjoying myself. It's very, very beautiful country.
I see. So what are you doing now before I ask you to get interview?
Having a walk. Yeah, I was just had a big couple days, so because we came here before, I thought I'd come and walk around the park again and check it out.
Yeah.
And I like all the little shops around.
Yeah, just walking around is a good tourist way.
New Zealand's very where I live in Auckland, it's just like all hills. So and no one bikes around and no one walks around. We all take the bus, and the buses aren't great. So I like being able to get everywhere without it being like stressful. So walking from where we were to here 10 minutes, had a great time. I was just like, yeah, it's all flat, I could ride a bike here. It's a very, I think, sustainable way to live, which is what I like.
Is there any place you can recommend people who want to come to Japan in the future?
My family member, he lives in Meguro?
Maguro?
Yeah, loved it. Beautiful. I loved all the architecture. It's just a little suburb.
Oh, which prefecture is there in?
It's in Tokyo. It's very close to Shibuya. So this little suburb, and all the houses are really nice, and it's very community orientated. So if you're someone who likes culture, but you don't want to go out and see all the cultural sites, it's nice to go somewhere where people live.
What is it called? Maguro?
Meguro. It's near Nakameguro station.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm gonna look up in the internet later. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, thanks for your cooperation today.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm near the Byron Bay region.
Oh, very beautiful place, isn't it?
Hi, it is.
How long have you been in Japan so far?
This will be my 6th day.
Are you staying only in Kyoto, or you went to the different places, different prefecture before?
So I arrived at Kyoto yesterday, and I was in Osaka before. So I spent 5 days in Osaka, and I loved it. It was great.
So what did you do in Osaka? What was the best activity in the Osaka?
I explored. I rode a bicycle around. I'm the type of traveler where I just do things as I go along, no set plans. I find things as I walk around or bike around, but I found this place that I loved called Spa World.
Oh, you went to Spa World.
I did go to Spa World. Australia is very shy when it comes to going to public baths, and I love Japan so much more free with that. So I've been really embracing going to public baths and just the relaxation of that. So that was a really good experience.
If you go to more countryside in Japan, you can find more beautiful onsen places.
Do you have any places you'd recommend?
If you have a time and chance, I want to go to the Kanazawa, more a little bit north place than Kyoto, but which is 2 hours by train from Kyoto.
I would love to
Yeah, you
go.
can find very beautiful places. What you gonna do in Kyoto? Do you have already decided the plan?
I don't really have a plan. I'm just exploring, and I found I love eating the food. I love discovering cute little cafes.
So, what was the best Japanese food you've ever eaten in your travelings?
That's a hard question. I have to think. I've had so much food. I haven't eaten so much.
I know. Is it hard to decide if this is one?
I've had so much good ramen. I had a sushi set. There's so many Japanese words. I'm struggling to remember them all. Shokodo. It's like a local cafe.
Yeah, exactly. Shokudo.
I went to a shokudo just before, and I had a matcha tea, and I love matcha. That was my first matcha I've had over here, and that was really special because I've made much matcha at home.
Yeah.
And I never know if I'm doing it properly. So it was nice to have the real thing in Japan.
You are enjoying along the local Japanese way.
Yeah, I love to try and experience places where the locals like to go, and just the normal day-to-day things, not just where the tourists go. I know this is a lot of tourists here, but this is still culturally important as well. But yeah, I don't do all these big tourist things. I just like to walk around and explore.
Is there any place in Japan you can recommend the people who want to come in Japan in the future?
Because I'm so new to Japan still, I haven't been many places yet. But yeah, Kyoto is beautiful. I'm loving it so far. Osaka was awesome too. It's hard to say, but
Yeah, you seems there are many good places in Kyoto. It's hard to choose.
I haven't made it to 1 week yet. So it's hard for me to say, but Kyoto is great. Yeah.
Okay, that's done. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
You were so kind. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from Sydney,
From Sydney in Australia.
in Australia.
Okay. When did you arrive at Japan?
Only 2 days ago.
Is it your first time to visiting Japan?
No, I've been here a few times.
A few times, so you already checked out in Tokyo before.
That's right, yeah, I've been in Tokyo a few times, but I've never been to Kyoto.
I see. Okay, today I want to ask you about the tourist place in Japan.
Yep.
So is there any good place in Japan you can recommend to the people who want to come in Japan?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Tokyo. I think that there's a lot to do, and I really enjoyed the food and all of the culture there. I'm actually going to a ski resort called Kanazawa Onsen, which I love, which is in Nagano, which I'm really looking forward to.
Do you like go to onsen, right?
It's snowboarding, but also onsen.
But some foreigner people shame to be naked in the onsen. But you already get used to like that?
Yeah, I don't mind going into onsen. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you have plan to go to different prefecture in this travel?
Only Nagano.
Mainly you come to in Japan for snowboarding.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
cool. But I know that you can enjoy the snowboarding in the Sydney, near mountain near Sydney, right?
It's not as good.
Is that no good?
No, nowhere near as good as Japan.
Oh, is that much better in Japan?
It's much better in Japan. Yeah.
I see.
That's the main reason to come.
I think people could know that.
They should know that.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your cooperation.
My pleasure.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland.
So how long have you been in Japan so far?
I've been in Japan for 3 weeks so far.
3 weeks. So you've been traveling many prefectures in Japan so
So
far?
far, I've been to, I think, 3 different ones, but I've spent most of the time in Tokyo and Kyoto. I'm going to Osaka next, and then Nara.
And you've been Tokyo and Kyoto so far, right?
Yes.
So which do you like?
I think Kyoto is my favorite, personally.
Can I ask you reason why?
Because I love the history of Japan, and particularly, we're standing in front of beautiful castles and the history. So for me, Kyoto is the most special place.
What made you come to Japan?
Honestly, I love every time I get to meet Japanese people. It's so much fun. I love the people here. I love the history. Food is excellent.
What kind of food was best you've ever eaten in this travel?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember any specific places. I love street food, so I love just grabbing stuff from the street and just chatting to locals. That's
Yeah, there are many kind of food in Japan. Yeah, many kind of street food as well. So last question is gonna be like this. Do you have any place you can recommend of people who want to come in Japan?
I think everyone who comes to Japan needs to see Fuji. You have to. So you have to find a good place to see Fuji, I think. So
Mount Fuji.
yes, absolutely. That's the number one.
So do you want to climb Mount Fuji in some day?
In the summertime when I'm allowed to climb it, yes, I'd love to come back and climb Fuji.
Oh, that's good. Oh, thanks for your story.
My pleasure.
Thank you for watching my video today. That was very interesting for me. My recommendation place in Japan is Kagoshima, located in Kyushu. I visited Kyushu a while ago and I found very rich nature and the food quality is very high. To begin with, the Kyushu region is a popular destination for Japanese people. If you find my channel is interesting, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much today.